Welcome back, fellow dragons. Last episode, we hung out with Bonnie. Now we're gonna tell Odile about the thing. Odile is here looking at what the shop has to offer. Odile! Oh, Saffron, you look rested. Glad to see you this laid back on the day before the end of the world. I've got to be careful because I'm not a voice actor. I don't have the skills to make my voice super different between characters. I have very limited ability. But it's fine. At least I've gotten to the point where I don't completely hate my voice anymore. Still don't particularly like it, but I don't outright hate it anymore. That was like half the point of recording. Next step is to get confident enough to maybe do a face cam someday. Oh well. Anyway, how can I help you? Can I help you with anything? Do I need help with anything? Are you this bored, Saffron? Odile seems to realize that you're genuinely asking. Well... I'm looking for a certain type of book. A type of book, not a specific book? No, not a specific book. It's a type of book called the Family Tale. Have you heard of those? Oh, I've heard the Boulangerie has one of those. What? 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 Huh? Really? She doesn't seem to know how to react. You look at her and repeat the same words over and over. Saffron, will you come with me to ask them if I can borrow it? It might take some time. Make sure you have time to help me. I have time now. Thank you. Let's go then. You and Odile are now hanging out. Head to the Boulangerie. Hey there. Hello. We've heard you may have a family tale. A family tale? Of a family called the Paper-Ass? If you'd be okay with it, I'd like to borrow it for a little bit. Oh, the one I borrowed from my girl before the house closed first. I'm not a very good writer, so I figured reading another one would inspire me, would give me some inspiration for stories to tell my little girl. Do you have it still? I do not. What? Do you know Antoine, maybe? He lives at the east of town in the house with no flowers. Asked if he could borrow it. They knew the Paper-Ass family, you see. Couldn't really refuse. Paper-Ass family died only a few years back, after all. I'm sorry, there's a spicy peanut butter stuck at the back of my throat. I had spicy ramen, and I put peanut butter in it. It was delicious, I regret nothing, but it is causing me trouble now. And the spice isn't even the trouble, it's the sticky. It's causing my body to make its own goop, and my body's own goop is the problem. Well, that sucks. Do you know if he still has it now? I don't see why that wouldn't. I have a sudden bad feeling about this. The house to the east of the village with no flowers, huh? Looks like we should go pay them a visit. You know what? I'm gonna try something.
Welcome. I'm helping Papa today.
Okay, yeah, so talking to her early does nothing.
Pew pew.
Barrel. I'm fishing. I see that. Caught anything recently? Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Thanks, that was very helpful. Hello, no time to talk. Have a good day. Bye then. We're getting friendship doodles. Kid looks up at you. No time, Sifrin. Wave goodbye now. You wave goodbye. Kid waves back happily. Pew pew. Oh, hello? Antoine, is it? That sure is me, and you're two of the saviors, aren't you? Thank you for all you're doing. Best of luck for tomorrow. Thank you. We had a favor to ask. Could we borrow the family tale you possess? For an hour, maybe? Oh, the paper-ass family tale. I know this means a lot to you, so... Oh no, that's not the problem. I'd be happy to lend it to you. But, well... I think one of the kids next door stole it to me. Or stole it from me. What? What? Oh, I'm not saying they're bad kids. They just don't want anyone to become adults ever. They don't understand that's not how the world works. I saw it in a cartoon, apparently. I'm sorry, that is just where my brain went. It had the reference joke, it would not, my brain would not allow me to not say it, even though this game's dialogue doesn't need embellishing. Very nice kids, very nice. They just, well, you know, the 3 kids outside a few weeks ago passed by to help me cook some things, and well, the book's gone now. So, sounds like we should talk to those kids. We'll get that book, Odile. Let's just go, alright? Kids. The little kid with the small hat looks at you from their rock throne. Adults? What do you want? Sifrin, you handle this. Why you? Why me? You're closer to being a kid than I am. I'm so sorry, fellow dragons. Give me a moment. Okay. Sorry. There was too much goop. Good luck. Okay. Do you kids know about family tales? Yeah? What kind of adult doesn't know about family tales? Are you stupid?
No, you can't ask if adults are stupid.
Can't I? Look at them. They're short. And their hair looks unbrushed. And they look like they haven't slept in weeks. And that hat definitely looks stupid and not cool. Sifrin, the kid is destroying you. Do something. On principle, you don't get into fights with kids. Anyway, do you know about a paper-ass family tale? Ah.
No, I think he's asking about... Shut up! I got this.
The little kid looks at you as disdainfully as they can. Which is a lot. What if we do? We'd like to borrow it. Trade. 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 We have something you do not. Knowledge. Offer us something in exchange. I have a pun. I'm not giving the flower. A pun? That'd be the best pun I ever heard. How do you keep a wizard in suspense? Kid leans a bit towards you. Interested? I don't know. How? I'll tell you tomorrow. What? That's not the deal. Tell me you The kid's eyes grow wide, speechless.
Manon, the wizard-looking adult, they said you're a wizard, Manon.
Wow. I know you just say it because it's part of the joke, and I know I'm not a real wizard because wizards aren't real, but I felt something just now. I'll do whatever you ask. We only need the book. Oh yeah. Okay, so
Manon doesn't have the book anymore.
What?
Listen, Charlene was being real annoying about wanting it, so I gave it to her so she'd stop crying, okay?
Who's Charlene? Oh, Charlene Choquette? The boulangerie star? The what? Ha. You can't help but laugh. Look at the old lady's face. Sifrin, you jump. We are going. You nod rapidly and follow. Bye, adults. Let's play again soon. Just... okay. I don't even have the flower. Or is it because of the quest? Did I not get the flower? Oh, I'm getting that flower now.
Hi.
Hello?
What?
Hey. Please do not scare my daughter, madame. You get in front of Odile and smile at the girl. Hi.
Hi.
We've heard you got a cool book.
A book? Oh, yes. From Manon. Manon is so nice. She gave me the book. The book with the nice stories. Dad was reading it and now it's mine and I can read it all by myself. But it's boring. I want another book, Papa.
Wait, which book are you talking about, Charlene?
This one.
She shows you all a book with paper-ass family tale written across it. I'm so sorry. It's fine. You got the paper-ass family tale. Finally. You both find a nice, silent place to talk. Good thing Bonnie and I just cleared the sadness out of this place. Like an hour ago. I can't believe this took this long. But finally, Odile looks at the closed family tale book intently. Aren't you going to read it? They said I could keep it until I have to leave Dormont, so I have time, but... I'm sorry about the coughing, fellow dragons. I cannot help it. It will not stop until the goop is dealt with. I don't know why my body has decided to produce this much goop. It's never done this over spicy food or peanut butter or the combination of in the past, but today it seems to have decided to do so, and I am not happy about it. She's still looking at it. The family tale book you spent so much time trying to find. It seems important to her, but why? Is it related to your research? Sorry, what? The book. Is it related to your research? Well, I suppose I've kept it secret long enough. Don't tell Isabeau, alright? There is no research. I'm not researching anything. Huh? Sorry for not saying anything. Isabeau said I must be researching something since I was a traveler here in Vogard, and it felt easier to not say anything. So then why are you... Why did I leave Kabue? Travel for years, all to find myself in Vogard, if not for some intellectual pursuit. Well, I'm actually here in Vogard to find out more about myself. I suppose it's not very apparent to you, but my mother was Vogardian. Oh. I've lived my whole life in Kabue. My father was Kabuan, and my mother Vogardian. I have no idea how they met. He never told me. But all I know is that she never wanted a child. She left very early in my childhood, and I never saw her again. Good riddance, if you ask me. But she left, and didn't leave anything behind. No pictures, no letter, no family history. But what does it matter, right? My father was a good man, and Kabue was my home. I used to think I didn't need to know about my history, about Vogard, but still, a part of me was curious. And one day, a few years ago, a Vogardian merchant showed me her wares, and this book that she wouldn't let go of. A book of tales written by her whole family. A family tale. And she explained family tales to me. Generations of Vogardian parents writing stories for their children and writing them down in a book. So you'd end up with stories written by an entire lineage. And she was explaining the way the book was written, the rules of this particular way of telling stories, how friendly families shared their stories with each other, and how it had been done for generations. How it brought her closer to her family, her ancestors, and her culture. And while she was explaining all of this to me, she suddenly stopped. I was surprised to find out she stopped because I was crying. I didn't even realize it. Because I wanted this connection that she had a history that was also supposed to be mine. it was stolen from me because my mother left. And I never have a link to this culture ever. Unless I went there. So, this is why. So I traveled to Vogard, and, well, the king took over shortly after I arrived, which made those things more difficult. But during my travels with you all, I got to know many Vogardians and see many Vogardian cities. I got to learn more about the country, its culture, its faith, its people, and I look, and I learn, and this is the country my mother came from. It's half of me, but still, even now that I'm here in Vogard, I feel no connection to it whatsoever. I don't recognize myself here. Isn't that strange? Half of me should be from here, isn't it? Shouldn't I see something of myself here in the place that my mother came from? Shouldn't it be like looking in a mirror? Like a revelation? Shouldn't I see how Vogardian people act and how they think and be able to say, ah, so this is why I'm like this? Shouldn't I be able to call this place mine? But I can't. And it feels awful, like my roots have been cut off without my consent. Like my mother stole it from me. Like I really don't belong anywhere. But this is why I'm here still. To know as much as I can about this country. In the meantime, find out if it'll make me find out more about myself. If I did find out more about myself during this journey, and I did find out more about myself during this journey, so I'm glad. It is an interesting question, is it not? How much do you carry of your country, of a culture that should have been yours but wasn't? It may not seem so to you, but to Cobway, my features are foreign. Just small things. My hair being slightly too thick, my brows too thin. Enough for me to look different. Here, I'm other, so... What about Vogardians? Would they see me as one of theirs? Would I find myself in them? After coming here, I found out that no. Of course not. Why would I? I've never been here before this journey. But all the same, I'm not the only one who is other. In fact, Vogard is filled with people who also come from other lands. Vogard welcomes people from all over the world, after all. So, even if I did not find someone like me, I have found Vogard to be full of people that are similar to me. And I am grateful for that. Odile is half Vogardian. You never knew. She traveled halfway across the world to find out more about herself. Trying to see if she'd find herself in a country that she has no memory of. What about you, Sifrin? Are you finding out more about yourself in Vogard? Huh? What do you mean? Well, you didn't grow up in Vogard either, right? Do you have roots here? Or were you just passing through? Huh. My apologies. I forget I asked. I didn't say anything. You didn't need to. Your face said it all. Just because I'm telling you personal facts about myself doesn't mean you need to tell me anything in return. It was wrong with me to ask. We can forget about it. She goes back to look at the Family Tales cover. She'd probably be fine leaving it here. Just bearing her story to you and nothing else, but you... I don't remember much about where I'm from. Odile turns to look at you. Huh? Were you too small when you left? Or was it because there was nothing worth remembering? Everything was worth remembering. Neither. But I can relate to you. Trying to find pieces of yourself wherever you can. Trying to find where you belong. Trying to find out how your roots might have shaped you. Which parts of you created and which parts already were. You nod. But you know you're not only made of where you're from, right? If that were the case, then Kagwe would be the same and everyone in Vogard would be the same. Where you're from matters, yes. But it's not the only thing that makes you, you. That's what I realized during this journey, Sifrin. I'm Kabuan and Vogardian, in ways I do and do not realize. And I'm also myself. One might say that's more important than being Kabuan and Vogardian, wouldn't you agree? I do. Ha, that's interesting. I feel so much lighter now. Because you found a family tale? Yes, and also because we talked, Sifrin. Oh. Ha. Thank you for listening to me, Sifrin. You blush and nod. Now get out of here. I have a family tale to read before we all meet for our sleepover. We'll talk later. Go have fun. Odile smiles at you mischievously. Memory of Secret Quest. When equipped, Memory of Secret Quest will boost when Memory of Secret Quests. When equipped, Memory of Secret Quests boosts all of your researcher's stats by 30. Wow. Your researcher also learned the skill Craft Break Alpha. Craft Break Alpha is amazingly strong. When used, it makes an enemy weaker to all craft types for a few turns. It's so strong, you'll only be able to use it when you and your researcher have had this exact conversation. If you loop back to Dormont, you'll have to talk to her all over again. Remember that, okay? You get up and leave, waving goodbye. Always. I can't not. I need it. I will always get friendship doodles. If I'm mashing through text. What? Did? Okay. Thank you. Alright, man, I need a flower. Okay. Next is Mirabelle. Then Isabeau. Mirabelle's here, sitting on bench looking at papers. Hi, Sifrin. Do you need anything? So, which one will you choose? Sorry? You point at her pile of papers.
What? Huh? What?
How? What do you know? Answer me. She has her hand on her rapier. You're choosing someone for something, right? It seems important. Maybe I can help? I suppose you must have more experience than I do. All right. I would like your help if you'll give it. Experience? Sure. Thank you, Sifrin. But, this might take some time, so, make sure you have time. I've got time now. Oh, okay. How to do this? Sit down next to me. Sit down. Mirabelle looks at you without saying a word. She looks worried. Maybe you should take the lead. So, what are those papers, really? Oh, bonding proposals? Bond? Like when you promise to stay with someone forever? Is Mirabelle looking for a partner?
No, wait, that's not exactly it. Please stop looking at me. It's more like, dating profiles. I'm not thinking about being bonded yet.
Dating? You didn't think Mirabelle cared about that. You're still confused.
Alright, well, before this all started with the king, I decided I wanted to, try to date someone. And so I asked a dating company, and they gave me a bunch of folders of people that I could meet and that I could date. But I haven't gone through it yet, so I figured I could at least get that done today. And through all of them and make a list of people I could see myself dating. And I suppose I need help.
Give me a second, I have to check something on OBS. Yeah, y'all can definitely hear the garbage from outside that's going on. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
I'm choosing someone I could spend the rest of my life with, so I'd appreciate another pair of eyes. Or, just one eye.
As long as it's not my two eyes looking at this.
I also really needed a distraction from tomorrow very badly. So I figured I'd replace my anxiety about our possible defeat with, this.
Oh. Choosing someone to date is a little out of your comfort zone, but you think you could try to find someone who would fit Mirabelle, maybe. Let's have a look then.
Alright.
I have a few profiles right here. She removes an immense folder from her dress pocket. Was she carrying that with her throughout your entire journey?
Here's a few of them. So, you can go first and tell me what you think. I'll go after. Well, tell me what you think about him.
She shows you the file of a strong, buff-looking man. Is that Mirabelle's type? He looks nice. Nah, we have one of those at home.
What? Do you mean Isabeau? Ew. You're right.
Is that really more than you? Either way, it sounds like, masculine people aren't her type. Probably. Maybe she'd like someone more feminine? Do you have someone more feminine looking? She looks through her files. How about her? She shows you the profile of a gentle-looking lady. looks like you.
Ew, you're right. Is that worth an ew? So, well, not into feminine people either? What kind of person are you into then? Oh, I don't have a type. I like all kinds of people equally.
But if you had to choose?
Someone nice?
You nod?
And someone pretty?
You nod?
And someone who likes me?
You don't nod? Mira?
No, wait. Wait, let me think a bit more. I want someone who...
She thinks for an awfully long time.
Well, what about you then? What kind of person are you into, Sifrin?
Well, you think about the answer for an awfully long time, but then you catch yourself.
Wait, are you just going to copy my answers? No? Okay, fine. You got me, Sifrin. I'm not interested in that dating stuff.
Oh, that makes sense, but then why? So then why worry about it?
You know, Sifrin, the change belief is very important to me. It's all around changing. Changing with a capital C. Bettering yourself. Becoming a better, different person. And one of the ways to change is to try new things, you know? And that's part of the reason the house offers so many different classes. So, I'm trying new things, and some are fun, and fulfilling, and easy, but you can't just go around and try new, easy things, can you? Sometimes I have to try scary new things. Things that might make me uncomfortable. Things I don't want to do at all.
Things she doesn't want to do, like dating.
Yes, like dating, but you know, romantic love is one of the biggest ways to change. It's supposed to change you, bring you new experiences, and so I have to do it, right? To be a good housemaiden, I have to do it. I have to date. I have to love someone in a romantic way. I have to do things with them. I have to bond with them. I have to sleep with them. I have to have children with them. I have to love them in this very specific way.
And you don't want to.
And I don't want to. I don't want to do it, Sifrin. Not at all. Dating, the idea of being in a romantic relationship, of being with someone like that, I hate thinking about it. I hate the idea of it. I really do. The idea of it alone is just awful for me to think about. I can't love someone. I can't love someone like that in the way I should love them. It never happened, and I don't think it ever will. And I need this to change, don't I?
Oh, stars, this is heavy. You're not sure what to say. Maybe, well, why do you need to change?
Because I have to, Sifrin. I'm a housemaiden, and I love it. I love helping people, getting to know them. I love learning new things. I love it all, but I have to change in that way, too. I wish I could just not do it. Not be with someone that way. But, Sifrin, there is such a pressure to force us to do that. Not only that, there's such intense pressure to force us to change. We
have yearly festivals all around showing yourself as a new person, for crab's sake. Most housemaidens have completely changed at least once, and I haven't. Isabeau isn't even a housemaiden, and he's changed, and I haven't. And I don't want to change. I'm happy with who I am. I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm comfortable with the idea of not being with anyone. I'm comfortable with the idea of staying the same forever. But we have to change to bring new things into our lives, and change clothes and hairstyles and even parts of our personalities to appeal to a deity that I don't know if they understand that sometimes I'd just like to stay the same. Or maybe they do. Maybe that's why they haven't. And now, I have a list of people that I could meet so that I can fall in love with them, which I can't do, and to do things with them which I will never ever want to do. Also, I can change, and it makes me feel like a mistake. That I must be broken for not being able to want these things, because everyone else can. Well, I don't know about the romantic part, but I don't want to do things with people either. Huh? Why not? It's weird, right? Yes. Mirabelle takes hold of your hands. You jump a little, but she doesn't notice. Yeah. It's just weird. And gross. It's awful. I don't want it at all. Oh, Siffrin, you mean it? You really mean it? You understand? Yeah, of course. What a relief to have someone who understands this, at least. But it doesn't fix anything. You need to change. And dating? It's part of it, so... Mirabelle sighs. Siffrin, I know you don't follow the change belief, but do you have something like this? Something that brings you joy and community and faith, but some other parts you don't know how to follow? Some other parts you don't know what to do with? Some other parts just bring you grief? Something that brings you both joy and grief. Think about the stars. It's more complicated than that for me, but yeah, I have something like that. So you do too? How? How do you deal with it then? You don't. I just try not to think about things that bother me in general. Avoidance, huh? That feels a little too cowardly for me. Ouch. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say... You laugh. You know she didn't mean it that way. Of course not. You didn't know Mirabelle held those feelings towards the change belief. She always seemed so passionate about it. But the belief that she loves so much is also the same belief that forces her into a box that she doesn't want to be in. Why doesn't she believe it behind, then? You suppose it's not that simple. I don't know anything about your belief, but... you could always game the system, right? Game the system? Change things by deciding not to change? If everyone changes in that way, then you'll change by deciding not to change in that way. There's more than one way to become a better person, right? Changing by deciding not to change. Siffrin, that's not how it works. But no one needs to know. Huh? change myself by deciding not to change. Sounds challenging and fun to me. Right now, you mean it. It does. It does sound challenging and fun. Mirabelle smiles at you brightly. You smile back. Thank you, Sifrin. Thank you for talking to me. Oh! Look at the time. You probably had other things to do, didn't you? Go. Don't let me keep you. I need to be alone for a bit. I have a lot to think about. I'll see you later, okay? Memory of Faith. When equipped, Memory of Faith boosts all your housemaiden stats by 30. Wow. Your housemaiden also learned a Holy Care Shield. Holy Care Shield is amazingly strong. When used, it creates a shield that makes everyone invulnerable to attacks for 1 turn. So strong, you'll only be able to use it when you and your housemaiden have had this exact conversation. So if you loop back to Dormont, you'll have to talk to her all over again. Remember that, okay? You nod to Mirabelle. You wave goodbye. What? Where did Mirabelle go? Oh. I didn't do the thing. The end of the world's great and all, but the last one I've seen is the final issue 87? That's it! That's the one! Oh! Please tell me what happens in this issue. Please, you have to tell me. Oh, you didn't read it. You awkwardly smile. I will never forgive you for the emotional journey you've just given me. That's fair. Time to go back and read it. I know it's gonna send me back at some point. I'll do it another time along with the other thing. Alright. First things first. Isabeau, have flour. Hey again, Sif, what's up? Flour. Flour? For me? You and the old lady are the only ones here, Isabeau. Yeah. Thanks, Sif. I'll treasure it forever. He seems happy. Anything... Hey, I finished helping everyone out. Huh? Oh, that's cool. I did see everyone running around with you earlier. It looked like fun. Oh, that's right. You didn't ask him if he needed any help this loop. Well, so do you need help with anything? Help? Oh! Yes, I do need help with something. Now that I'm thinking about it, is that what you were doing today? Helping everyone out? I didn't know. I kept the best one for last. Aw, Sif. I'm glad. I was just thinking I wanted to hang out with you today since I saw you running around with everyone, but you didn't talk to me much today, so, I was, worried you didn't want to. It doesn't matter. I'm glad that I thought about what we could do today then. Are you ready now? We'll probably have to go to the clock tower immediately after we're done, so I don't think you'll have time to do anything in the village after. So I want to make sure you did everything you needed to. I'm ready. Okay, well, follow me, Sif. You followed Isabeau around for a while, going through Dormont, then the forest until... a field? There's nothing around. What could he possibly need? So, what do you need me to do? Huh? Oh, lay down with me? You lay down, and then look up. You look up. Stars, stars, stars all around you. You inhale sharply.
You know, when you asked me if I needed help earlier... Oh, crap.
Oh, shit. Sorry, fellow dragons, give me a moment.
You know, when you asked me if I needed help earlier, I wasn't sure what to say. I didn't really need help with anything. I don't really need help with anything, and I did all I needed to prepare for tomorrow and stuff. But I saw you run around help everyone today, and that seemed kind of fun, and so I thought, Sif's making sure to help everyone today, but I just want to hang out with him. And so, that's it. That's all I want you to do today. Just hang.
Oh. Oh.
Why stars? Oh, so, you know how you say this word when you're annoyed or something bad happens? I don't know what language it is, but I always thought it was like a swear word, like crab. I looked in a few books, but I couldn't find the word anywhere, and I got really curious, and one day I heard someone say it. I asked them, and they said it meant stars. And I noticed you know stuff about the sky. You talked about planets once. You talked about planets once and the sun. Like you really knew what you were talking about. And sometimes when we slept outside, you'd spend most of the night looking at the night sky. And I thought it was interesting because I never thought about what's up there before. So I thought maybe, you'd like to see the stars together? Or just in general? I'm sorry, I can't help the yawning. Oh no, was I wrong? Was it really more of an actual swear word like crab, where you don't actually like stars and stars are bad and gross? Did I step in it? Did I mess up? No, you didn't step in it. Oh, phew. I got scared. Anyway, I've heard some people can see stuff in the stars sometimes. Like pictures? They're called... something? Constellations. Constellations. Yes, that. Do you know some? You look up at the stars. You don't recognize any of them. No, I don't know any. Huh? You're saying I didn't step in it, but... Sif? Change the subject. No, you're fine. Tell me something. Something about you. Oh, okay, well... Okay, you know I'm from Javon, right? I've lived there my whole life. It's a nice, big city. More than one house, too. Way bigger than Dormal. Big enough that you don't know the entire life story of every person you see. Anyway, you might think it's surprising, I don't know, but when I was Bonnie's age, I was like the smartest smarty pants around. Not like slightly smart or anything, but like the nerdiest kid you can imagine. Huh? You have trouble imagining Isabeau as anything other than the boisterous man he is. Heh, like, really? Oh, damn it. Why the yawns now? Give me a moment. Of course, once the goop problem stops, it's yawns, which is causing my nose to produce goop instead. Because for some reason, repeated yawning has similar effects on me as crying. It's weird. Ugh. Heh, like really imagine it. Big glasses, super neat braids. Always knows the answer to any question the teacher has. Always getting perfect grades. Always too shy and focused on grades to know how to make a friend in the playground. That was me. And, I didn't really like myself. 'Cause, like, I was smart, but I really hated being shy. Being alone. Not even being able to ask a classmate for a pen because I was so paralyzed by fear. And I was ready to spend the rest of my life like this. But one day, after years of living like this, I looked at myself and the way I was and the way I existed in this world. I looked at that kid in the mirror and I thought, is this it? Is this really who I want to be? Couldn't I just be someone else? Someone that could make friends? Someone people could love? Someone I could love? Someone I wouldn't feel ashamed of being? Couldn't I just change? And that's one of the things people go to houses for, you know? To learn things, to train, to do bodycraft on yourself, to change. And you can stay for a bit and come back changed and no one would say a thing. They'd just accept the new person you've become. So I went to one of Jovan's houses and threw myself into it. Trying to be the coolest, strongest, most dependable person around. Lifted weights, training my voice to be deeper, louder, crafting my own body to be cooler, stronger, looking at myself in the mirror every morning and yelling, I'm the coolest. Changing is destruction, you know? To bring about change, you need to know you might hurt people. Might hurt yourself, even. So you always have to be careful and think about whether the destruction you bring about is worth it. I decided it was. So the person I was before, I made them disappear. Killed them with my bare hands. Made sure they'd never, ever come back. So I could live. Ah, it sounds so bad when I say it like that. The cat I was before is still here. I just, grew around them to protect them. Building an armor until it becomes the real thing. So I could become someone strong, someone outgoing. Someone comforting to be around. Someone I would have liked to know before. Meh. It doesn't matter that much. I'm here, is what I mean. And I love myself much more now than I did before. I love myself much more now than I did before. But even the person I am now is a work in progress. I want to change still. I became a big, strong, independable, happy-go-lucky dude because that's who I needed to be. But lately, I've been feeling like I need to let down the airhead facade a bit. Act less stupid, that sort of stuff. Doesn't feel great when people think I'm stupid just because I act a certain way. So I might change again soon and become someone slightly new. That sounds cool, right? Oh, you never knew. Isabeau wanted to change, to become someone else, and he did it. He must have worked for so long to make his wish come true. I might change to be a mix between a jock and a nerd. Balancing it all, you know? So you'll change into a jerd? More like a knock. Sounds better, doesn't it? Better mouthfeel. They both sound bad, Isa. No! Don't say that! I mean, you could be a buff nerd. Oh. You think I'm buff? You quickly look away from him. Anyway, after we beat the king tomorrow and go our separate ways, I'll just change into someone else. Someone who can be both strong and smart. Both at once. What a concept. Doesn't that sound like someone cool? Doesn't that feel like someone you wouldn't feel ashamed of knowing? Is that what he thinks? Isa. Yeah? Sif? I have never felt ashamed of knowing you. Not even a little bit. You're gonna make me blush, Sif. And, well... you know I feel the same, right? You're like, maybe the coolest person I know. You know that, right? I really like spending time with you. When we hang out, I always discover new things, like cool theater stuff, or even something new about you. I like how you always have a pun ready for any situation. How you breathe in this specific way sometimes, and I wish I could breathe with you to make you feel better. And I like the way your face looks when you eat your favorite foods. I want to know more about you, talk with you more, laugh with you more, and you can't look away from him. Whoa, is that a shooting star? Hey, look up! Isn't it cool? You look away from him and look up at the starry sky. There's no shooting star, but you don't mind.
Aha! See, I told you they'd be here.
You heard Isa mumble to himself about it earlier, more like.
Hey, Siffrin. Hi, Siffrin. Hi, Isabeau. We figured you'd be here. Can we join you?
Everyone is here! Good to see everyone.
Such a beautiful night. Was it your idea to come here, Isabeau?
It was. Under the stars, huh? How romantic. Very well done, Isabeau. What? No, it wasn't romantic at all. Just a pals outing. A buddies hangout. I, of course, would bring any one of you here. Uh-huh.
I brought our food so we can eat here. A nightly picnic. A nightly picnic.
Oh, I could smell samosas. Yummy.
Yeah, I made a lot. Friend, take one.
Take 2, even. You deserve it.
Sifrin sure worked hard today, didn't they? Thank you for your help earlier.
You jump. Yes, thank you, Sifrin. You've been a great help today.
Friend taught me how to fight. I'll be able to help you tomorrow. Oh! I'm looking forward to it, Bonnie. Zah, did friend help you today, too?
You freeze. Did you? Of course Sift helped me today. Isabeau is looking at you, smiling brightly. Thank you for spending time with me, Sif. Oh. You hide your face beneath the rim of your hat.
How wonderful.
Thank you, oh great helper. Here, have another samosa. And have some pate and bread.
I'm sure you want some tea, too. And here's some of my curry.
Your plate is overflowing. You see everything on your plate and the plate sway back and forth. Maybe as much as possible before everything falls down.
Whoa!
You burp.
Ew.
Huh. Nice reflexes, Sifrin. Everyone starts laughing happily. You laugh too. You're surrounded by your allies. Your heart lifts. You love them. You're glad you got to spend time with them. You're glad you know them better. You're glad.
Friend, you okay? Want more snacks? You smile.
Yes, please.
Then eat. Eat as much as you want.
You all ate and laughed under the stars. Tomorrow, once again, you'll go into the house and fight the king. But today, you're happy. There we go. The house's gate. You play with the orb. The house's gate, huh? It's bigger than I thought. So scary. It's really locked shut. I can see space for us to put the orbs.
This whole adventure, this whole journey, after all this time, I could finally open it.
Yep. Yep. We're back to that. And that... You had a nice time yesterday. Hang out with Isabeau under the stars. Memory of stargazing. You'll always remember this. Hi, Stardust. I didn't want to interrupt before, but you got a new memory. When equipped, Memory of Stargazing boosts all your fighter stats by 30. Wow. Your fighter also learned the skill We Will Win. We Will Win is amazingly strong. When used, it boosts everyone's attack, defense, and attack speed for a few turns. It's so strong you'll only be able to use it when you and your fire have had this exact conversation. So if you loop back to normal, you'll have to talk to him all over again. Remember that, okay? But hey, Stardust, it was nice, wasn't it? Hanging out with all of them yesterday. They love you now. Your bond with them is stronger now. Isn't that neat? It is neat. You don't want to have to loop back to before you spent that time with them. What would happen if you stayed with this version of them until the end? If you went through the entire house without looping ahead, beat the king, and saw the head house maiden with them, would anything happen? Would anything change? Time to walk all the way up and beat the king.
that's gonna do it for this episode, fellow dragons. I have a dishwasher to unload. I will see you next time. Bye, fellow dragons.